this Sunday evening live presentation. The topic today is why Zinzino, and I have a privilege to keep that to all of you folks out there, wherever you are. Now it's Sunday evening, it's 9 p.m. in Finland. I'm living here near capital Helsinki. And so this is evening for me, might be morning, midday, whatever regarding where you are now, or if you are watching the replay. So the topic today is why Zinzino and why Zinzino for me. It's actually a longer story, and I try to keep this short. I will keep in the end of this presentation short presentation actually from our material. So because we have a excellent presentation material, and I believe that good pictures tell certain things very efficiently. But before that, I would like to share a little bit about my story and my journey, how I ended up with Zinzino at 2011. So I've been with the company now about 11.5 years. So why this all happened and why I like this, I think this story will reveal many points regarding that. So I started in direct selling field already at 2002, a little bit over 20 years ago. I was a student, 20-year-old, studied engineering back then, and it was actually my old friend who contacted me and introduced me to this business. I was quite hesitant in the beginning because this engineer mindset was like already in my genes, and I'm kind of a technical guy. And I didn't like anything, I didn't like even idea about marketing or sales or something. It was like, I felt that they are very far away from me. Nevertheless, my friend earned some money, actually quite good money already, very fast. And as a young person, earning a lot of money fast was, of course, appealing thing. So I got this fear of missing out feeling, and I just didn't dare to stay out of it. So I joined. I didn't want to tell to anybody. I told to my friend and I can start, but I never want to tell anybody about the business. And he just said, okay, whatever, just jump on. And I did, and totally new world opened to me. I think actually one of the main things why I started was that my friend already in very short moment, he had changed somehow. He was different kind of person, like socially interacting with people. He had different kind of spark in his eyes. I hadn't seen him like that before. He was like a new person to me. I couldn't explain it, but I just told that something has happened and it's something positive. I want to be same kind of person than you. And but yeah, we worked actually with 2 different companies from 2002 to 2005. Actually, during those times, I met the founder of Zinzino, Verian Seele, already then, because we worked with the same company for a while. At 2005, me and my friend, we founded our own direct selling company, which operated mostly in Finland and Estonia, and a little bit also in Sweden. And that was like a big learning experience for me, because I started this business initially because of I wanted the time and money freedom. That was just like some kind of idea that let's just get the business going and I can pack my packs and move to Thailand under the sun and never suffer from winter again. I remember this was like my initial thought. Of course, the story was a little bit different. but of course I didn't know it back then. But I joined because I wanted to be free. Now, in 2005, I founded a own direct selling company because we felt that there's no good company working in Finland. And that was actually at the same time when Zinzino was founded. So I remember Örjan Seele flying to a city called Turku, where I used to live, and he pitched this coffee business, which was starting at that very moment. And we just said that thank you very much, but because we have our own company, we are not interested in yours. So, but you are free to join us whenever you want. We were very proud of our venture, and we had fun. We had blast. We had a lot of good ideas, or at least we thought so. We ended up selling a lot of different kind of things. Mobile subscription and electricity subscriptions and different kind of things. I won't go into details, but also nutritional products. Nothing special, but and of course nothing compared to what Zinzino has today. But it was a good business. The only problem was that we found a lot of customers. We were good in sales, but we couldn't keep the customers. So I don't know if you have heard or seen this, idea that in direct sales, you can actually, in time, you can actually decrease your working hours and simultaneously increase your income. So that's what we also marketed to our friends. But in order you to get that, you need to have good customer retention, because in the end, customers pay our salary. So if you lose customers all the time, there's no salary. And if you keep on going like that, we did it 5-6 years, you start to lose your key people, because what you promise to people and what they get, they are not in line. And 2010, about 5.5 years of that, working with that business, we were almost in bankruptcy. I actually did my personal bankruptcy. I just, a lot of hits at the same time, and it was very hard moment. I had been 8 years as a free entrepreneur, and now I was in a situation that I had a little family. My wife was pregnant, and I had just married her, and now I just needed to find a job. And it was mentally, it was very hard to admit that, you did your best, but it wasn't enough. And yeah, it was one of the toughest moments in my life. I found some kind of sales job, did that as an entrepreneur. And 2011, it was April, I got a phone call from my friends, actually former colleagues, who had seen Zinzino, and actually, they had seen the presentations and everything. And one of them had got quite excited, actually Jari Pohjonen, maybe Jari is listening. And Jari called us and said that, maybe we should check this Zinzino out, like together. And they asked from me also that, would you like to fly to Gothenburg, to headquarters, tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. And I was like, my life won't, get any worse than this. So I'm in, and we jumped to airplane and flew to Gothenburg, met Örjan Seele after a long while. He had lost like 20 kilos. He was like a very sharp guy. You can immediately sense when someone is doing well in some area, and actually when you are doing well in one area, it's easy to duplicate that to other areas. So I kind of sensed that, and that was very appealing, because I was in a stage in my life where I really wanted I needed a strong mentor or mentors, and Örjan and Hilde, they, I just felt that if I follow them, a lot of good things will happen in my life. So we were there in Gothenburg for 2 days, and I remember asking a tons of questions from Örjan, and one question was that about customers. That okay, you can make customers. That at that moment it was only with the coffee business, but how well you can keep the customers. And he told that, you know, there were 12-month subscriptions back then, that yeah, if everything is done well, you know, it's not a surprise if 80% of customers stay after 12 months. I was like, wow, because we lost 80 to 90% after 12 months. So I was like, you know, that's amazing if you have those kind of numbers. And I could ask a lot of those questions because of that journey that I had 5-6 years building my own direct selling company. And even though it was hard times, then I understood that actually it was very important time for me, because when you learn to ask good quality questions, you actually can get better answers. And that's what happened to me. We flew back to Finland, and I told to my friends that I don't know about you guys, but I really want to check this card thoroughly, and got really excited. So we started the coffee business at 2011, and it started to go okay. I had given myself time for about half a year that, you know, I really want to live with this and leave my sales job away. And in 5 months I could do it. So I was a diamond, about 4,000 or 5,000 euros a month, and with that income we could live somehow. But it was steady incline. And so I was confident that this will go well. And after we had built about a year, Örjan called me and said that they have found something very interesting, and you should fly to Oslo to visit them. I took the airplane, flew there, and I was sitting in the living room, and he put a bottle like this. It wasn't like this. It wasn't the same logo. It said "Oil for Life," and I gave that bottle to me, and I was like, omega-3. Oh my God! You know better than me that this is the most competed, like, nutritional supplement product ever invented. And you know, because we had sold in our company, we had sold also omega-3s, and I actually didn't like it in the end, because I felt that I would need to be a doctor to convince my friends. One of my friends actually had told me back then that I don't need your fish capsules, because I eat those fish sticks every day. Those fish sticks, if you know what I mean. And I was like, back then I was like, I never want to sell any health products again in my life. That's why I actually like to join Zinzino, because they only sold coffee. And coffee is easy. Just taste the coffee, and if you like it, buy the machine and coffees. Now I'm there with the fish oil bottle, and all those fish stick flashbacks just came on my mind, and I was like, don't ruin the good coffee business, please. And Örjan told her, no, we are not going to ruin anything, and I'm not going to sell this to you. But what I would like to do is to take a few drops of blood from your finger point with this kind of test. It wasn't this test. This is a blood sugar test, but this is actually the old version of the fatty acid test, balance test. And then I was like, what test? What is the test? And he briefly told that they had actually found this kind of company who has this product, and they have this test, and they have tested a couple of thousands of people in Italy and in Scandinavian countries, and this is how it works, you know. And most people, they get very bad scores, even them who use omega-3. And Örjan knew that I had used omega-3 for a long time and sold it and so on. So I was, of course, you know, interested in taking the test. But I asked, actually, after about 30 minutes, I was like, I felt that we can sell this to everybody. And I asked, when can we start selling? And he was like, he told that, you know, their goal is to buy the whole company who had invented this. and by that to get like global rights to sell everywhere this. And it took about maybe 5-6 months from that since we could start selling this, and after that it has been crazy growth ever since. And this has been the backbone of the business. I think 60% almost comes from the sales come from this balance concept. So this was actually the thing. But it was that's how we started back in the days. 2014, Zinzino got to Nasdaq First North exchange as a public company, and 2014 they also bought Faun Pharma factory, where they could actually manufacture a lot of these Zinzino's products come from own factory now, and a lot of exciting things happened, and then we got more and more products quite rapidly. But this balance oil has been the best and I think the most well-known concept in Zinzino. And I see so big potential, because we go to the presentation soon, but 97% of the population in the world actually would benefit of taking more omega-3, but most of them don't know it. And like me, I used omega-3s. I had quite severe problems with insomnia, and omega-3 helped me a lot. So when I tested my first time myself at that very day in Oslo, I got very bad scores, actually 8.4 to 1. I go into those soon. So then I actually understood that if I, who have used the best omegas that I could find from Finland, I got this kind of ratios, what is the situation with other people? What about my family? I had 2 kids back then, and third was coming. So yeah, I felt that this is very important thing. But yeah, let's get to presentation, and so that it's not only telling my story. All righty. You should see it now. So actually the first picture already is great. We are going abroad with the Scandinavian health test-based health company and nutritional, actually natural products, and this is I think this gives an image of purity and like good quality, high quality products. And Scandinavia is I think the best place to form this kind of company if you look from anywhere of the world. That's my feeling, and when I have talked to a lot of people around the world, they feel the same. So the branding has been done amazingly well. Anyway, Zinzino is a global health and wellness company listed in Nasdaq, as told. These are the countries, actually about 100 countries where a company delivers products. Back then when I started, it was only Scandinavian countries, five countries back then. But now it's global, and I think I have in 40 or 50 countries at least some customers. So it's just amazing. Founded in 2005 by Hilde and Örjan Seele, and we are also a member of direct selling associations in most of the fully opened markets. That's also one very important thing. The objective is to be a pioneer in test-based nutrition, and we believe that it will be a global mega trend. All the new big things, like trends, they start from just no one even knows about them. Only the innovators, the pioneers, they are in the first place there. Then comes the trendsetters, early maturity, and so on. And we are not even in the trendsetters phase yet. still we have conducted about almost 1 million test results already now. 500 million people are taking omega-3 supplements already. And even they don't know how their product really work, because obviously they are not tested usually. And not to mention the people who don't even use omega-3. So with the test-based concept, I feel that we can also attract to those people who are not in the front row looking for these kind of things. And now we know that 97% fails in the balance test. So there's a great demand all over the world for this kind of concept. And why is that? Why we have came to that situation? Well, we used to eat food from Mother Nature. You might know this. You might have noticed that the quality of food has changed quite rapidly also. But anyway, back then we got all the key nutrients, vitamins, minerals, fibers from the diet, and also the fats, omega-6, omega-3, so plant-based oils and omega-3 sea-based oils in a ratio 3:1 maximum, and that's the level where we should be, in 3:1 or lower. And today we eat more man-made food, ultra-processed food, a lot of calories but less nutrients. And now the omega-6-3 ratio has also raised to 15:1 in very short moments, just a few decades. And this is a problem because we human beings, we are still the same that we have been tens of thousands of years. But our quality of food has changed very rapidly. So the ideal ratio is the 3:1, and most people actually, the average in Finland is 15:1, average in Europe, 12:1, average in Europe is 15:1. And also authorities say, health authorities say that 4 or 5:1 or lower would be beneficial. But science nowadays says that 3:1 or even lower should be the goal. And most people live now in the danger zone, even they don't know it. So the genius thing is this dry blood spot testing. So this was the thing that when we run our own company, we were actually thinking that if there just would be a way to test people so that they could actually see how they eat, but we didn't know that there would be this kind of testing method back then. But now it is, and this is super easy because you can do it anywhere in the world at your home. You don't need to go to laboratory, but you actually send the sample to laboratory in Oslo. The cool thing is also that if you have good ratios, you can get your money back. And this is what I use a lot. I tell to everybody that, everybody should be tested because it's a risk-free thing. If you don't need it, ship the products back and you get fully refunded. Also from the one-time blood test. But if you don't have a good ratio, good scores, you should definitely, develop them with the products. So I think the money back guarantee is super good thing. This is the average scores from all around the world. This was actually, I think, this spring or summer, 820,000 tests by that time. And as we can see, 97% globally would need better ratio between the omega-3 and 6 fatty acids. So how do we fix this problem? The first, of course, is the test, so that people can see that, okay, where am I now? Where are my family members and so on? The second step is start to use the oil. And why this is good? Well, actually, I remember when I was sitting in the living room of Örjan and Hilde at 2012, and I was looking the product, and I said that why this is better? Because I get at least same amount of those essential fatty acids, EPA and DHA, from my existing products. And Örjan said that, yeah, you might have good omega-3, but it's not enough. Omega-3 goes rancid very, very rapidly, and you need certain antioxidants to keep it fresh. If it goes rancid, your body cannot take it so well. So what this Norwegian company had discovered is that if you put extra virgin, pre-harvested extra virgin olive oil with the omega-3, they are actually synergistically very good partners, because the olive oil polyphenols keep the sensitive omega-3 fresh longer time, so that your body can actually absorb it more efficiently. So this was a new thing, and of course, you know, I didn't understand everything, but I remember I got few tests, and we tested actually. There was a small group who heard about this before we started to sell in Finland, and we tested ourselves in every 2 weeks to get just, you know, to just build the belief in ourselves, for ourselves. And we could see that even in 2 weeks we get better scores. So yeah, but the polyphenols from olive and the good quality omega-3, that's the super good combination. And also you take it according to your weight. And we have also own dosages for kids, which is actually super cool. I have 4 kids myself, and we are all using the oil every day. So it's very good that you have also tested it with the kids, and we have right dosages for them also, because most omega-3 studies have done for adults. So health benefits at every stage of life, already before children are born. They should get omega-3 from mother, and of course mother needs them also, but young babies, children, their brains develop very fast. There are a lot of different kind of brain related problems with adults nowadays. It can be insomnia like I had, or, you know, feeling stressed, or anxieties, or depression, and so on. So many of those omega-3 has been a very good help. And also with elderly people, they have different kind of challenges, but everybody should get enough of omega-3 every day throughout their life. I won't go deeper in the health claims, but maybe even the first 3, the main ones: normal brain function, normal heart function, and normal immune function. You know, all of these alone would be important enough, or should be important enough for everybody to use omega-3. But these are the official health claims that we can use with the omega-3 and the vitamin D that is also here in the product. So first people get the first results, like I did, 8.4 to 1, and I was like, oh my, how can it be so bad? I took my second test in 2 weeks, but the normal way to do is it in 120 days. So after 4 months of usage, that's the time when all your red blood cells have renewed themselves, and so that's why the frequency is 4 months. So my second test was 2.2 to 1. I remember the rest of the family, the average with the first test was 18 to 1. My wife was pregnant, she had 20 to 1, and I was like, you know, is she gonna survive? You know, and the average with my family dropped to 4 to 1. About, we didn't remember to take with the kids every day in the beginning, but anyway, we saw significant improvement, you know, from the lab tests, but also in our everyday life. One thing I remember, that we didn't get sick anymore as many times a year than we used to do, and that was, you know, great, you know, clear evidence that the immune system worked properly. But this is very important to get the black on white, so to speak, and it's not only guest-based thing. So nowadays, as mentioned, we have a lot of different kind of products. I won't go into them deeper now. You can check them at zinzino.com, and you can also ask ask from your friend who has invited you here if you are a guest. One product that I want to mention though is Viva, because I mentioned that I have had problems with my sleeping. Viva is actually saffron product, and saffron is expensive spice, but it also has a good benefit for your brain. So for stress and depression and sleep, this is very good. So I take this for sleeping every evening. You know, immediately when this came, I can remember it was 5 years ago. I have taken actually 3 pills every evening, and not maybe sleeping as a baby, but almost. And actually, one cool thing is that I can see dreams better nowadays. That's also one weird side effect, but you can actually see that it's working. If you have had those kind of challenges, or you know anybody who has those kind of like sleeping challenges or so, please give them a try. I usually have, you know, few sample packs in my car and in my briefcase. You know, when I talk to people, I want to give them Viva if it appears that they have problems or they know someone. Anyway, with these products, we have had a good sales for 17 years. Company has been growing every year, which is actually outstanding and quite exceptional also. So it just tells that there has been a lot of things done right in the company. So I feel very safe to work with Zinzino. By becoming a partner, you actually can take part of the commissions also. So that's why we are here today talking about the business. 2 ways to earn. You get 10 to 30% from your own sales to your own customers. And the step 2, what I like more is that you can get a commission also when you build a sales team, where other independent partners are selling products to customers, and you can get up to 15% from that. And for me, the biggest passion is to help new people to become entrepreneurs, because a lot of people, or actually everybody, has great potential inside of them, but the potential might not have come out, and people might not never even be aware of that potential. We just get stuck to some kind of job or some kind of way of living, and then we just don't act because we think that this is the way that it should be, or I cannot do anything else, and that's rubbish. And I love this industry because with this you can actually help people to see that they can do whatever they want. That same thing happened to me, and I didn't believe when I was 23-year-old student that I could even, you know, be in this kind of a profession, not to mention that succeed in it. So it has just been amazing. And you can go as far as you want. Silver is the first title, 200 euros a month. That already is a game changer to many people. In Finland now, we have winter coming. The first snow is here in south already. It's -5 degrees, and a lot of people here are worried about electricity bills, about inflation, about interest rates, and so on. So the cost of living goes up all the time. A lot of people are worried here about that, and I know a lot of people who they just, you know, there was a study in Finland that already 50% of population have changed their shopping habits, you know, regarding their groceries, what they buy as food. Some people have, you know, went to cheaper brands, but many are also buying less food than before. So for anybody, I feel that, you know, even 200, 500 euros a month, it can be a game changer amount, like extra income. But when you want to go higher, as I mentioned, Diamond 4,000 euros a month. That was my goal when I started, because I wanted to quit my old sales job. Crown level 12,000, we call it. It's like a stage for financial freedom, because then you can live very good life, but you can also invest and save money. You don't need to spend everything. I remember when I got that crown title, it was about a year. I had big debts on my shoulders from the previous business. I was enjoying because I could pay my debts faster away. So it was about 4 years and I was debt free. So with that kind of crown, royal crown, black crown commissions, it just happened faster. So, but yeah, you can go as far as you can, and there are of course like sums that you cannot even, or I cannot even think about, imagine, but they just come step by step. I think the main thing is to understand that it's there are endless possibilities, and it's not a race, it's not a competition. Who is there the fastest? Everybody has their own goals, own dreams, own resources regarding money or time, especially time, because time is the only resource that we can really put here. So everybody have their own story. So no stress about that. But you can go as fast as you want. You can change your life in 6 to 12 months, upside down, in a positive way. And I know it because I have done it myself. So it's just about the hunger and willingness to change things in your life. But it's a turnkey business. So everything is ready. What we are looking for is just people who want to use the product and get better health, better like preventative health and healthcare maybe, and but also those who want to take this forward with us and get a good price for that, good commission from that. Business is also all about timing. As mentioned, I started 2011. There was about 15,000 customers. Now I think it's close to 500. The goal is to get to first million customers by 2025, then 20 million customers by 2035, and 100 million by 2050. 2050, I will be 72 years old. It's quite challenging to think so far, but I know that I will be alive and I'm still using money. I still have kids, and I think I have grandkids, which would be absolutely amazing. And me and my wife, we have a goal that we can give, the fruits of this business, or even the business itself, to our kids, and that the whole family and can for generations benefit of what we have done. So it's not only about me or us. It's about something that we don't even know yet. And that's why I love that Zinzino has long-term visions, and they want to be the biggest direct selling company in the world, but at the same time, we will be the biggest test-based nutritional company in the world. And we don't even, of course, we don't know what kind of concepts regarding health there will be at 2050. The main thing, though, is that the company has a vision, because everything happens after the vision. When you have the big visions, you make bold plans and you execute things in a different way. 100 million customers, I think by 2050 there will be 10 billion people of us. So 100 million is really realistic. So perfect timing now. So few options. You can ask more information, or you can become a customer, or third, which is my recommendation, you can become a Zinzino partner, because I feel that there's only you can only benefit. You cannot lose. You will always win. Sometimes it's not that much about money. It can be personal growth. It can be new people in your lives, like uplifting people. It can be the product itself. It can be the courage to take the next step in your entrepreneurship life. But the money part is always there also. And because we are all living in the part of like the world of money, even we wanted it or not, that's just a cruel fact. So I think it's just a better way to live in that kind of world with enough money. If you are interested in starting as a partner, we have a great campaigns also this month. So if you buy a good start kit, you can actually get 6 free tests during the next 6 months. It's over €600 value. So you should definitely ask that also. And we are living the best momentum that we have ever had. I think this November will be a record month for company. We will see that in a couple of days, but that's what has happened in the past 2 Novembers. So the train is moving, and the question is, would you like to move with the Zinzino also? Thank you very much for listening. This was my story, and I hope that we will see in the next big events, international events in the future. If so, please come and say hello. Have a great Sunday evening. Bye-bye.